Hey everybody, it is TorontoUnicorn here. Now, I have a fucking hilarious story from a friend's sex recently that I'm gonna tell kind of anonymously, okay? It is not ours, just get that out of the way. It was a friend who had sex with some guy that she met on some app or something. And she was, like hooking up, whatever. And apparently, like, it was the last time they're gonna hang out. Let's put that, the ending before the story, so you know that they're not gonna hang out again, okay? And then basically he was like hitting on her kind of stuff to like get the stuff started. But she was like, he wanted like a blowjob pretty quickly, and like it wasn't really about me. He didn't like, make me feel very special, wanted whatever. Anyways, normally, from what I understand about this friend, she might have just like, taken it in as part of the experience and then like vented to her friends later about it. But this time was different. This time, this woman had some sort of enlightenment, which is wonderful, about deciding what she wants in sex and how she wants to feel. And so, although I will say, maybe in the future there's a more polished and diplomatic way to deliver this information, I'm going to give it to you straight as it happened, okay? Apparently, she was down on her knees and looking up at his, dick, full of anticipation of what was coming. And she, for some reason, wasn't really feeling it. It was more of like she wasn't really aroused. Like, it wasn't really, he didn't like make her feel beautiful or anything, right? Like, it was just like, here's my dick, why don't you suck it, which is like super fucking romantic to all of us. If you can't tell, that is sarcasm. Anyways, she's down there, and apparently this is exactly what happens. She looks up at him and says, I would have gotten here a lot faster if you had given me a compliment. All I know is he apparently didn't have a great response until like later, where he followed up and said culturally he just does, or something like that. Like, he's not like accustomed to like giving people compliments, but fair enough. But here's what I have to say about that. First of all, bravo for her for knowing what she wants and what she needs and deciding that she deserves better than to just suck some guy's D, okay? Great. But I also think that we need, as women too, we should be, skilled at asking for what we want in a way that encourages them to give it to us. So I have a bit of a psychology background. I slept through a lot of classes, but I retained some shit. And I like to apply it to this kind of stuff. So, for example, if you are really looking for compliments, why is that? Why do women like compliments? I'm totally adjusting my top by accident. Why do women like compliments? Even men, sure, and whoever else loves compliments. So I'm speaking specifically about women in general. First of all, we like to know that you think that we're attractive, smart, funny, interesting, edgy, that we're wearing nice clothing, that you like our earrings, that you like our nail polish, but only if it's fucking true. Don't fucking be like, nice nail polish. Like, we're going to be on to you. We need you to pull deep with this compliment that you give people if you're trying to engage with them for like a pickup type of situation, especially, and do something that is real, something you genuinely like about that person. Whether it's their boobs, whether it's their ass, whether it's their voice, whether it's their smile, whether it's how they make them, laugh, whatever it is that you genuinely like about that person, say it out loud and watch what happens, okay? People are like, oh yeah, you think I'm funny? Well, here's another joke as my pussy gets wetter, So it's really one of those things where not only have I seen straight from the horse's mouth that women like compliments, especially in sex and foreplay, not only that, but when I, as a swinger, first started encountering women having sex with women in real life, right? I noticed something. They fucking compliment each other a lot. Oh, your hair is so beautiful. But like, we mean it. I mean it when I say it. I don't know if they mean it. I mean it. But like, I'm like, your hair is so beautiful and you're so juicy and your curves are so nice. Like, do a little twirl. Like, oh my God, the way that those words can make us feel is just different, and you can make us feel good in our own body, even if on the streets we don't. You can do that with the power of your words, as long as they're convincing, you're genuine, and you make a point of it. So my point here is this. I have seen anecdotal evidence and firsthand accounts of my friends now who have said, please, please pay us some, not only a great attention, but also pay us some genuine compliments. I don't want the run-of-the-mill compliments. If you come at TorontoUnicorn saying things like, oh, you're beautiful, or, oh, hey, baby, no, that's not going to work. You're going to need to pull deep deep and come up with something interesting and unique to stand out, because that's what you needed to do to stand out. So hope this video was helpful. I hope my friend's experience adds value to the rest of us, so that we learn to not only ask for what we need in sex, but also how to do it. And for example, back in that story, if my friend were to look up and instead of saying that to him, would have said, are you excited about this? And like when he says like, yeah, like, are you excited about my mouth? Like, at least that way she could go fishing for compliments, at least. It's not great to be like, do you think I'm pretty? Like, no, we want you to tell us, but at least give the guy a chance, in my opinion, to give a compliment if he doesn't know you're looking for one. And I have learned that communication is one of the most common barriers to good sex and other, you know, interactions. And I think sometimes you've just got to say things out loud that are true, and live with what happens next. So anyways, thank you for listening. TorontoUnicorn.com.